If you walked into a busy coffee shop right now and quietly observed the people around you, you'd notice something interesting. Some people look relaxed when they spend money. Others hesitate before buying even something small. At first glance, it might seem random, but it isn't, because hidden in those small, everyday moments are the habits that quietly determine who eventually builds wealth and who stays stuck financially. And here's the surprising part. A huge number of people living paycheck to paycheck are not low earners. In fact, a shocking study revealed that about one-third of Americans couldn't handle a $400 emergency. Just $400. That's less than many monthly car payments. Yet for millions of people, it would create a financial crisis overnight. And this problem doesn't only affect people with low incomes. It shows up among teachers, office workers, professionals, and even people earning six-figure salaries. So the real question becomes, why do some people build wealth while others stay broke, even when they earn good money? The answer usually isn't luck. It's not rich parents, and it's rarely about intelligence. The real difference lies in daily money habits. Small decisions, repeated over years. Those decisions quietly shape someone's financial future. Unfortunately, many people never notice the behaviors that keep them stuck. Instead, they blame the economy, bad luck, or not earning enough. But the real reasons are often much closer to home. So let's look at the most common habits that keep people broke and how you can avoid them. 1. Living without financial direction. Imagine starting a road trip across the country. No destination, no map, no idea where you're going. You just start driving. Sounds ridiculous, right? Yet this is exactly how many people handle their money. They earn, they spend, sometimes they save a little, but there's no clear financial destination guiding their decisions. Without a goal, every purchase feels justified. Should you buy the newest phone? Upgrade your car? Take that expensive vacation? Without direction, it's impossible to know if a decision moves you forward or backward. But when someone sets a clear goal, like eliminating debt or investing their first $10,000, their thinking changes. They stop asking, "Can I afford this?" and start asking, "Does this move me closer to my goal?" That simple shift changes everything. 2. Ignoring life's inevitable surprises. Remember that $400 emergency statistic? It reveals something deeper. Many people treat unexpected expenses as rare events, but the truth is they're guaranteed. Cars break down, medical bills appear, appliances fail, jobs change. These events may be unpredictable in timing, but they are completely predictable in life. Without an emergency fund, one surprise expense can trigger a chain reaction of debt and stress. Preparation isn't pessimism, it's financial stability. 3. Spending without awareness. Imagine running a business without tracking income and expenses. The company would collapse quickly. Yet millions of people manage their personal finances this way. They know roughly what they earn, but they don't track where their money actually goes. Then the familiar situation happens. The paycheck arrives, normal purchases happen throughout the week, and suddenly the money is gone. Small expenses are usually the culprit. Coffee, subscriptions, impulse buys. None seem significant individually, but together they quietly drain thousands of dollars every year. 4. Thinking only about today. Another major habit that keeps people broke is short-term thinking. People tell themselves, life is short, you only live once. And while enjoying life is important, ignoring the future completely creates problems. Spending everything today simply transfers the burden to your future self. Wealth isn't built by extreme sacrifice. It's built by balance, enjoying today while still protecting tomorrow. 5. Expensive habits that feel normal. Some of the most damaging financial behaviors feel completely normal. Take smoking as an example. A daily pack can cost around $250 per month. That's roughly $3,000 every year. Over a decade, that's $30,000 gone. And that doesn't even include what the money could have grown into through investing.
The same thing happens with daily takeout meals. Ordering lunch or dinner frequently can easily cost $500 to $800 each month. Habits that feel small can quietly destroy long-term wealth. 6. Confusing good debt with bad debt. Not all debt is equal. Some debt can actually help build wealth. Loans used for education, businesses, or real estate can create assets that grow in value. But many people rely heavily on consumer debt, credit cards, luxury purchases, financing items that lose value quickly. In these cases, people pay interest on things that are constantly depreciating. That combination silently drains financial progress. 7. Trying to look rich. This one is uncomfortable because it's incredibly common. Many purchases are driven by one question: what will people think? A nicer car, luxury clothing, a bigger house than necessary. Often these choices aren't about genuine enjoyment, they're about appearance. Ironically, many truly wealthy people live far more modestly than expected. They focus on building assets, not projecting status. Meanwhile, many people struggling financially spend the most trying to look successful. 8. Saving what's left over. Most people treat saving as an afterthought. They pay bills, spend normally, and if something remains, they save it. But in reality, nothing meaningful usually remains. Expenses naturally grow to match income. Wealth builders use the opposite approach. They pay themselves first. Investing becomes a priority, not an afterthought. Then they adjust their lifestyle around what's left. 9. Avoiding risk completely. Some people lose money by taking reckless risks. Others lose money by avoiding risk entirely. They keep all their savings in accounts earning almost nothing. Meanwhile, inflation quietly erodes their purchasing power. Successful investors don't eliminate risk, they learn how to manage it intelligently. 10. Depending on only one income source. Most people rely entirely on one paycheck. If that income stops, their financial life stops with it. But wealthy individuals often build multiple streams of income: investments, businesses, rental properties, royalties. These sources continue producing money even when they're not actively working. Building them requires effort, but the long-term freedom is worth it. 11. Stopping financial learning. Finally, many people stop learning about money once they finish school, if they learned about it at all. But financial knowledge constantly evolves. Markets change, opportunities appear, and people who continue learning often discover better ways to grow their wealth. Final thought. Here's the encouraging truth. Most people don't stay broke because of bad luck. They stay broke because of small habits repeated over time. And that means the opposite is also true. Small, smart decisions, repeated consistently, can completely transform your financial future. The goal isn't perfection, it's awareness, because once you see the patterns, you can start changing them. And those small changes may one day become the decisions that built your wealth.